Hello students, this is Omkar Tomar, your English teacher, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Omkar English Classes. Students, I have started the 12th class book Vistas, and I am going to explain the first chapter of the book, The Third Level by Jack Finney. This chapter will be in 3 parts. And this is part 1. After watching and listening this video carefully, you will have to answer some questions given at the last of this video. Students, have you ever had any curious experience which others find hard to believe? So, The Third Level by Jack Finney is about the harsh realities of war. Means, it talks about the time before the 2 world wars. War has irreversible consequences, thus leaving people in a state of insecurity. Everyone feels insecure after the war. It is also about modern day problems and how common man tries to escape reality by various means. In this story, a man named Charlie hallucinates and reaches the 3rd level of the Grand Central Station, which station only has 2 levels. So students, we start this story. The presidents of the New York Central and the New York, New Haven and Hartford railroads will sway on a stack of timetables that there are only 2. But I say there are 3. So students, the story begins with the mention of a 3rd level at the Grand Central Station, which has only 2 levels in real. The narrator himself is aware that even the presidents of New York Central and the New York, New Haven and Hartford railroads would express great confidence in the existence of only 2 levels. But he himself has been to the 3rd level. Because I have been on the 3rd level of the Grand Central Station. Yes, I have taken the obvious step. I talked to a psychiatrist friend of mine, among others, to prove that he was at the 3rd level. Charlie, the narrator of the story, talked with his friend also. His friend name is Sam. I told him about the 3rd level at Grand Central Station and he said it was a waking dream wish fulfillment. Students, so Sam told him that Charlie was unhappy because of the wars and he was feeling insecure. He explains that and it became clear that it is the burden of all the modern problems. And it is a waking dream wish fulfillment that we want to escape from the realities. That made my wife kind of mad. But he explained that he meant the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all the rest of it. And that I just want to escape. Well, who doesn't? So students, Charlie says that everybody wants to escape the reality, wants to escape the insecurities and worries of the world. Everybody I know wants to escape, but they don't wander down into any 3rd level at Grand Central Station. Okay, I say everybody wants to escape from the reality, the harsh realities of the world, but everybody cannot reach the third level at Grand Central Station. But that's the reason, he said, and my friends all agreed. My friends also agreed on the explanation. Everything points to it. They claimed my stamp collecting, for example, that's a temporary refuge from reality. His friends also explained that you always collect the stamps, the old things you collect. Why do you collect all things? That you want to escape the modern reality, the realities that are still going on. Well, maybe, but my grandfather didn't need any refuge from reality. Things were pretty nice and beautiful and peaceful in his day. From all I hear, and he started my collection. It's a nice collection too, blocks of four of practically every US issue, first day covers, and so on. President Roosevelt collected stamps too. You know, refuse the state of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or difficulty. So, students, Charlie explains that his father would also collect the stamps, the old things, the old cuttings of newspapers, and that would explain every issue of US, and those old stamps would express the first day covers of every issue. President Roosevelt also collected stamps. But how can it be said that I am escaping from reality by reaching the Grand Central Station? Charlie does not get ready to accept that he was escaping from reality. He thinks that he was really at the third level of Grand Central Station. Anyway, here is what happened at Grand Central. One night last summer, I worked late at the office. I was in a hurry to get uptown to my apartment, so I decided to take the subway from Grand Central because it is faster than the bus. So the narrator, Charlie, explains that what exactly happened and begins with how he chose to take the subway to his apartment instead of the usual bus after a late night shift. He did this in order to save time. So, I don't know why this should have happened to me. I am just an ordinary guy named Charlie, 31 years old, and I was wearing a tan gabardine suit and a straw hat with a fancy band. I passed a dozen men who looked just like me, and I was not trying to escape from anything. I just wanted to get home to Louisa, my wife. Gabardine, a smooth, durable twill woven worsted or cotton cloth. So he describes himself as an ordinary man of 31, dressed in a tan gabardine suit and a straw hat with a fancy band. It was so ordinary that he could see other similar men at the station. He explains how he was in his normal state of mind. He was not wishing to escape from anywhere. All he wanted was to be with his wife normally, his wife Louisa. At the moment, he still does not understand why this happened with him. So, students, he could not understand what was happening and why this was happening to him. I turned into Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level, where you take trains like the 20th century. Then I walked down another flight to the second level, where the suburban trains leave from, ducked into an arched doorway heading for the subway, and got lost. This is the important point. That's easy to do. I have been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times, but I am always bumping into new doorways and stairs and corridors. Once I got into a tunnel, and once I got into a tunnel about a mile long and came out in the lobby to the Roosevelt Hotel. Another time I came up in an office building on 46th Street, 3 blocks away. So students, he is further explaining that he comes to the part of the incident where he entered the Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue and took the stairs to the first level where one-body trains like the 20th century. Then he went down another floor to reach the second level from where the suburban trains leave. From there, he entered an arched doorway and got lost. This point he got lost. It was nothing usual for him, because even if he had come to that station 1,000 times, students, he had come that station 1,000 times, how can he be lost at this time? There were occasions he bumped into new corridors and doorways. Once he entered the wrong lobby and reached Roosevelt Hotel, and another time in an office building which was 3 blocks away. Sometimes I think Grand Central is growing like a tree, pushing out new corridors and staircases like roots. There is probably a long tunnel that nobody knows about feeling its way under the city right now, on its way to Times Square and maybe another to Central Park. And maybe because of so many people through the years, Grand Central has been an exit, a way of escape. Maybe that's how the tunnel I got into, but I never told my psychiatrist friend about the idea. So students, he wondered that Grand Central was expanding at a very fast speed, very fast rate, just like a tree, and with its roots. It is no big deal that they even have a secret tunnel under the city to the Times Square or maybe the Central Park. He feels it may be because Grand Central is a place of exit of innumerable people. He also managed to escape reality because of the same reason, although he never shared it with his psychiatrist. Means वो कई बार टकरा चुका था अलग अलग जगह से, कई बार अलग अलग जगह से निकल चुका था अनजाने में, लेकिन उसने अपने साइकेट्रिस्ट दोस्त को तो कभी कुछ बताया ही नहीं इस बारे में. The corridor I was in began angling left and slanting downward, and I thought that was wrong. But I kept on walking. All I could hear was the empty sound of my own footsteps, and I didn't pass a soul. Then I heard the sort of hollow roar ahead. That means open space and people talking. The tunnel turned sharp left. I went down a short flight of stairs and came out on the third level at Grand Central Station. For just a moment, I thought I was back on the second level, but I saw the room was smaller. Here he was making the difference between third level and the second level. He thought that he would be at the second level, but he saw the reality, he saw the difference between third level and second level. And what was the difference? I saw the room was smaller. There were fewer tickets window and train gates, and the information booth in the center was wooden and old looking, and the man in the booth wore a green eye shade and long back sleeves protectors. The lights were dim, sort of flickering. Then I saw why they were open flame gas lights. So students, the unusual corridor he had entered into began angling left and slanting downwards, which he left odd about, but nevertheless he kept on walking. There was no one except him. He was alone. वो अकेला ही चल रहा था. And the voice of his feet echoed. पैरों की आवाज सुनाई दे रही थी. हम समझ सकते हैं कि वो अकेला था वहां पर, और हम समझ सकते हैं कि वो एस्केप भी कर रहा है रियलिटी से, लेकिन वो इस बात को सोच रहा है कि he was at the third level. He finally heard the sound of people talking from a distance. Then he took a left and walked down the stairs again, only to reach the third level of the Grand Central. He thought he had somehow made his way back to the second level. सोचा उसने कि किसी तरीके से अपना रास्ता सेकंड लेवल की तरफ ले जाऊं, सेकंड लेवल पे पहुंच जाऊं. बट एज ही नोटिस्ड, जैसे उसने वहां जाके देखा, द रूम वॉज स्मॉलर. सेकेंड लेवल पे जैसे रूम्स होते हैं, यहां नहीं है वो. रूम्स वॉज स्मॉलर, रूम वॉज स्मॉलर. देयर वर फीवर टिकट विंडोज एंड ट्रेन गेट्स, एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन बूथ in the center was wooden and old looking. The man in the booth was also different, and the station was dim lit, for there were open flame gas lights. Means he was thinking that he was at the third level, means before war, before 2 world wars, he is thinking himself that he had been. वो अपने आप को सोच रहा है. मीन्स आजकल की रियलिटीज, आजकल की प्रॉब्लम्स इतनी बढ़ गई हैं वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद में कि लोग इनसिक्योर हो जाते हैं और सपनों में भी पुराने दिनों को देखना शुरू कर देते हैं. पुराने दिन कितने अच्छे थे, सब कितना अच्छा था, सब शांत होता था, सब लोग एक दूसरे से मिलते थे, सब लोग एक दूसरे का रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, तो पीसफुल एटमोस्फेयर था. तो वॉर के बाद में, युद्ध होने के 2 जो वर्ल्ड वॉर हुए हैं उनके बाद में वो मीन्स टू से इतना इनसिक्योर हो गया है, इतना माइंड में टेंशन हो गई है उसकी कि वो पुराने ही ख्यालों में जीता है अभी भी. मतलब अपने दादा परदादा के ख्यालों में जीता है अभी भी, जब उसके दादा परदादा होते थे. पीसफुल एटमोस्फेयर में जी रहा है. मीन्स टू से इसीलिए कहा गया कि इट इज अ वेकिंग ड्रीम विश फुलफिलमेंट. जागती आंखों से सपना हम देखें उस समय का जब सब कुछ शांत था, और अपनी इच्छा उस समय में रहने की हम पूरी कर लेंगे. हम उसी समय में जी रहे हैं अभी भी. मतलब आजकल के टेंशन से दूर हैं हम लोग, अपने आप को समझाने का एक तरीका है. Well students, now you have to answer the following questions. Question number 1, what does the third level refer to? What is the significance of the third level? Second, what convinced Charlie that he had reached the third level at Grand Central Station and not the second level? Third, do you think that the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie? Why? And fourth, what evidences did Sam give to explain that Charlie was trying to escape from the harsh realities of life? So students, answer these questions as soon as possible. Answer the questions in your fair notebook. Make a fair notebook if you have. If you don't have, do in rough notebook, in any other notebook, and take a click and send it to my personal number. Students, thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this channel and press the bell icon if not pressed. Students, one by one and slowly I will prepare important videos on this YouTube channel to make you understand more and more about grammar. Further, I will also explain many types of grammar topics like passive voice, indirect speech, prepositions, modals, etc. You will find more and more. Thank you. Have a nice day.